Hello there, YouTube. I am Jax Colon. It's been a while. It's been a while. That's all I'm going to say. All right, this is actually a long overdue response to The Edge. A very interesting guy. And before we were talking about contradictions in the Bible, and something that I was really interested in was this age of accountability. Because we were speaking about how if the head of the household decides to follow the Lord and Savior, then everyone under his roof is magically protected by that wonderful umbrella of faith and salvation. But what I wanted to know is, when does that appear? Well, one, where does that appear in the Bible? And two, what is the age? What is that magic age? Is it 16? Is it 17? I don't know, is it the same for everybody? But actually, this other guy replied to one of my favorite videos of all time, too, with all the Fight Club clips in it. And he threw some quotes at me. Deuteronomy 1:39. I'm going to make sure to get every single one of these Bible quotes exactly perfect. Moreover, your little ones, which ye said should be a prey, and your children, which in that day hath no knowledge between good and evil, they shall go in thither. It's not necessarily about the age of accountability, but the fact that God recognizes that there is an age where someone can't be held accountable for knowledge of right and wrong. So God does understand that, as is evidenced right here. The next one, from the Holy Bible, Numbers 32:11. Surely none of the men that came up out of Egypt from 20 years old and upward shall see the land which I swear unto Abraham, unto Isaac, and to Jacob, because they have not wholly followed me. So this is an instance where God didn't feel that his chosen people were appreciative, let's say, of their chosen position, and were not following him closely enough, so he condemned an entire generation to wander in search of their homeland. Yes, so here's kind of a physical instance where God is acting in that way. Still, not quite a clear enough example. I certainly don't think people are not accountable for knowledge of good and evil until they're 20. I guess maybe just because those were the heads of these clans probably at the time, so none of the decision makers of that generation. We get to move on. Another conversation we had was about it not being just enough to claim to be a Christian. You have to live in line with Christian principles. This guy again gave me a fantastic quote right here, which actually I really love. This is James, or chapter 2. Between 14 and 20. What doth it profit, my brethren, though a man say he have faith, and have not works? Can faith save him? Faith, if it hath not works, is dead, being alone. Yea, and a man may say, Thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works. But wilt thou know, O vain man, that faith without works is dead? So yes, it goes exactly in line with that. I don't think it's enough to just say you have faith. You have to act in a good manner. And from what I can tell, most of you out there do. Most of you Christians out there that do. Well, there's a few out there who watch my videos, but I would not say that you personally act in an unchristian manner, while us atheists are merely trying to spout off nothingness. I'm trying to impose my belief in nothingness. Okay, now the second half of this video, actually. On my intelligent design video, The Edge also sent me a bunch of links for a intelligent designs speaker guy. I'll include the links for those. I watched every single one of these videos too, to completion, and came up with quite a little list here. So now I feel like I'm pretty well versed. I spent my seminar class, and now I am well versed in the theory of intelligent design. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. According to this guy, biology is the study of complex systems that appear to have a designer. What? Why are you speculating on the appearance? It's immaterial. Every complex system that we see has a designer. An automobile has a team of designers. You need a lot of people to plan that, because everything fits together just right, and you can't I got my sunglasses, even though it's raining and so boring out here. I haven't worn these in a while. Everything complex has a designer that we see. So this complex system of evolution, and yes, even natural selection, it was all designed. It was still designed. It's so complicated, it must have been designed. Little parts of cells look like circuitry. A bacteria, flagellate motor, looks exactly like a rotary motor. The rotary motor was designed. Even DNA is exactly like a computer code. Richard Dawkins said so. Bill Gates said so. Even your little atheist preachers say this. The biggest problem I have with this is that, to me, it seems nothing short of putting yourself on level with God. You're bringing yourself up to God's level by saying this. Just because we were created in His image doesn't mean we were created in His talent, in His ability. Like most of you say, we are garbage compared to Him. We are filth. We are slime. Humans are disgusting, sinful, greedy, avaristic creatures who cannot exist without the graciousness of the Lord. That's really their only point. And I had kind of heard that before, but that's really it. That's their only point. So you have this idea of intelligent design, and then you have science. You have things that you can study. You know, why are they pushing so hard to have intelligent design taught in schools? They always present it as, you know, by ignoring intelligent design in the classroom, the kids are, you know, not taught about it. But correct me if I'm wrong, is you spend the vast majority of your time when you're a child, I mean, hopefully, ideally, you know, with your family, you know, family unit. You're not raised in school. So your parents have plenty of opportunities, these parents who have plenty of opportunities to teach their kids all about intelligent design. They could tell them how their biology teacher's stupid or what have you. But what they really want to do is attack the one place where it's not safe, where they can, because they know that they can keep this umbrella of ignorance over their children for most of their lives. And as soon as they see a spot where a different idea is being taught, they want to invade that place too. They're not struggling for one place to plant their stake. They are protecting a hole in their umbrella by having intelligent design, or trying to have intelligent design taught as a science. It's got nothing to do with science. One of these websites also said, you know, the physical science has no explanation for, you know, where everything came from. We can describe how everything happened from like the moment of creation, from milliseconds after the instant of creation, even almost up to that very instant of creation. But we can't explain where all this stuff came from. That's true. I will totally admit that. But how does that mean that you're right? One argument is wrong, so yours must be right. No, incorrect. I mean, that's all I really have to say. Any other examples that I took from this are in the exact same vein. The Rosetta Stone was clearly carved by people, not just randomly brushed away by the rocks. It must have been created by people. They constantly refer to our DNA as digital code, which is completely misleading. Digital code is a process of computers. DNA is a collection of amino acids. You know, they work in a similar system, but calling it digital code is incredibly misleading. Oh yeah, this is the best part. From the evidence that these gentlemen have come up with, they can prove that God did design everything, even if they can't identify Him. That is their way of saying, being truly scientific. You know what, we're going to be so unbiased, we're not going to claim to know which God, but I think you know which God, don't you? I know which God, even if you claim not to. Of course, they're also valid because their theory is so controversial. All other theories were controversial. Even the Big Bang theory was controversial. You know what? Well, time won out on the Big Bang. Yes, intelligent design is controversial. And you know what? If it's really the truth, you guys have nothing to worry about. Because if that's one thing that science has proved, that the truth will out eventually. You know? Maybe some wrong ideas will be taken as truth for a long time, but the truth will come out eventually. So if that's the case, you intelligent design guys have nothing to worry about. And when that day comes that it is proved beyond a shadow of a doubt, not only will I want it to be taught in schools, I will be going to church every Sunday again, and probably on Wednesdays too for Bible study. Bible study on Sundays. Wow, I shouldn't have done that. All right, but I'd like to hear your thoughts on some of this, my friend. The Edge. Not to be confused with this guy. Take it easy, guys. I will see you next time.